many of you have ever gotten a SIM swap warning from your carrier or realized your phone number was used to reset a password you didn't authorize? Let's start with a question that is almost impolite to ask in polite security circles. What is the single most valuable piece of information you have given to a technology company in the last 10 years? Not your credit card, that changes. Not your home address, that moves. Not even your search history, because that is mostly noise. No, the most stable, the most globally recognized, the most deeply entangled piece of your identity is your mobile phone number. And big tech has spent billions of dollars and millions of man-hours convincing you to hand it over willingly, using the seemingly neutral, benevolent language of protecting your privacy. Did you know that two-factor authentication via SMS is not for you? It never was. It is a data extraction mechanism dressed in a cybersecurity uniform. Let's walk through the logic slowly because the deception is elegant. In the early days of the internet, your email address was the universal identifier. You signed up for everything with an email, but email addresses are cheap. You can have 10 of them. They are pseudonymous by nature, and while companies attach them to your behavior, the email itself is not a legally verified real-world anchor. Your phone number is different. In most countries, to get a phone number, you must provide a government ID to a regulated telecom carrier. That number is tied to your legal name, your billing address, your credit history, your physical location at all times via cell towers. The phone number is you. Now watch the move. Around 2010 to 2015, the major platforms began a quiet campaign. They started framing password-only accounts as negligent, even dangerous. They introduced two-factor authentication, but in the laziest, most convenient form possible, a text message. Why SMS? Because it is the worst form of two-factor authentication. Security experts have known for over a decade that SMS is vulnerable to SIM swapping, to SS7 protocol attacks, to anyone who can socially engineer a phone carrier customer service representative. It is not secure. So why did Google, Facebook, Twitter, Apple, and Microsoft all push SMS-based 2FA so aggressively? When authenticator apps and hardware keys were objectively superior? Because an authenticator app does not require your phone number. A hardware key does not require your phone number. But a text message, that requires not just your phone number, but your active, verified, real-time possession of that number on a device broadcasting its location and metadata to the carrier and through carrier agreements back to the platforms themselves.
You cannot make this shit up.
The stated purpose was account recovery. If you lose your password, we can text you a code to get back in. That sounds reasonable, right? But the unstated purpose was account irreplaceability. Once you tie your digital identity to a mobile number, that number becomes the skeleton key to every service you use. And here's the first layer of the data grab. Phone numbers are the master key to the graph. When you give Facebook your phone number for 2FA, Facebook now has a direct link between a real government-verified human and a digital profile of that human's interests, relationships, movements, and speech. They can now cross-reference that number against any other database that contains that number. Data brokers sell lists of phone numbers appended to credit scores, voting records, property ownership, and court records. Advertisers provide phone number hashes for matching. And suddenly your anonymous browsing history is no longer anonymous. It is welded to your legal identity. But it gets worse because the phone number is not a static data point. It is a live sensor. Every time they send you a two-factor code, they are pinging a device that is connected to a physical infrastructure. The telecom knows your approximate location at the time of the ping. The platform can ask the carrier in aggregate anonymized form or sometimes via direct data purchase about the general location patterns of users. And more insidiously, the phone number enables what is called cross-device tracking. You have your laptop, your tablet, your work computer. You are not logged into social media on all of them. But if your phone number is in the system and you ever use a device that also has that phone number saved in its contacts, or you ever log into a Wi-Fi network that your phone also uses, the platform can probabilistically link those devices to you. They call it identity resolution. You might call it surveillance. Now, consider the asymmetry of consent. When you set up 2FA, the prompt says something like, add a phone number to improve account security. It does not say, we will store this number permanently even if you later remove it from your profile. It does not say, we will share this number with our advertising partners for lookalike audience modeling. It does not say, we will use this number to reset your password without your knowledge if an attacker social engineers our support team. But all of those things happen. The privacy policies, tens of thousands of words long, mention these uses in clauses that no human reads. The phrase two-factor authentication has been co-opted to mean, give us your phone number or we will make your life difficult. And the platforms made it difficult on purpose. For years, if you wanted to use a secure authenticator app like Google Authenticator or Authy, you still had to provide a backup phone number. The user interface would nag you. The more data they can extract from the consumer, the better. Damn. Let that sink in. It would gray out features. It would send warning emails saying your account was at risk until you verified a mobile number. The path of least resistance was the path of maximum data extraction. And the average user who has been told over and over that security is a personal responsibility, that you are the fool if you get hacked, that you should be grateful the company is protecting you, that average user just types in the digits. But here is the deeper truth that this episode is about. The phone number is not just an identifier, it is a binding constraint. Once you have given your number to a platform, leaving that platform becomes prohibitively expensive. Think about what happens when you try to delete your Google account. It is tied to your Android phone. It is tied to your recovery number for your bank. It is tied to two-factor for your email. The cost of changing your phone number is so high that most people will never do it unless they are fleeing an abuser or a stalker. And the platforms know this. They are not just collecting a data point, they are creating a lock-in mechanism. The phone number becomes the rivet that holds the entire edifice of your digital life to their profit engine. And what do they do with that number? Everything. They use it to build the most accurate advertising graph ever conceived. They know when you switch carriers. They know when you move to a new area code. They know when you buy a new phone. They know when you have a second SIM card or a burner number, because that number will occasionally appear in your contacts. They know who your family members are, because family plans share billing addresses. They know your emergency contacts. They know your ex-partners because your number is still in their phone and their phone is reporting back to the ad network. The two-factor authentication text message is just the excuse. The real product is you, rendered as a globally unique, legally verified, permanently attached mobile identifier. Now let me address the counter-argument that will come from the technologists in the audience. They will say, but SMS2FA is better than nothing. It stops drive-by password stuffing attacks. It saves millions of accounts from compromise. And they are correct about that narrowly technical point. SMS2FA does add a layer of difficulty for casual attackers. But that is not the debate. The debate is about why SMS was chosen over better solutions, and why the narrative around it has been framed as a privacy protection when it is actually a surveillance onboarding. If a hardware key costs $20 and provides perfect security against remote attackers, why did no major platform mail one to every user for free? They could have, they chose not to. They chose the method that requires your phone number. They chose the method that feeds their data graph. They chose the method that increases switching costs. That is not a design trade-off for security. That is a design trade-off for monopoly power. And the most cynical part of all is the phone number's role in account recovery itself. Because here is the secret that the platforms do not advertise. Adding a phone number for two-factor does not just secure your account. It weakens your account against a different class of attack. SIM swapping is the technique where an attacker calls your mobile carrier, pretends to be you, and convinces them to transfer your phone number to a SIM card in the attacker's possession. Once they do that, the attacker receives your two-factor codes. They can then reset your passwords for every service tied to that number. Your bank, your email, your social media, your cloud storage. The very feature that was supposed to protect you becomes the master key that unlocks your entire digital life for a stranger. And the platforms know this. They have known for years. Yet they continue to promote SMS2FA as a default, as a best practice, as something responsible users must enable. They do this because the number of people who lose everything to SIM swapping is statistically smaller than the number of accounts they would lose to bulk phishing if they turned off SMS. It is a risk calculation that sacrifices the few for the convenience of the many and for the data of the all. So when you see that prompt that says, verify your phone number to protect your account, you're standing at a crossroads. On one path is the marketing story, security, safety, peace of mind. On the other path is the actual transaction. You give them the most valuable piece of personal data you possess. They add a thin layer of authentication theater, and then they monetize the identifier for years to come. It is not a conspiracy. It is a business model. The companies are not evil. They are rational actors optimizing for data collection and user retention. And the user, sold a story about personal privacy, walks right into the trap with a smile and a 6-digit code. The only way out is to recognize that your phone number is not a tool for your security. It is a leash. And every two-factor text message you receive is a gentle tug, reminding you that you are exactly where they want you. If you want real privacy, you do not use SMS. You use an authenticator app. You use a hardware key. You use a recovery method that does not route through a telecom oligopoly. And when a platform insists, absolutely insists, that it cannot function without your mobile number, you ask yourself a simple question. Who is really being protected here? You or their ability to know exactly who you are, where you are, and who you know every single second of every single day? That is the story they did not tell you. And now you know.
Until next time.